Duck, duck, goose, found a pussy in a dollar bin. Guess you forgot your galana bin. You can't get loose, get your guts, got your tongue again. Rope burn on your hand, are you numb yet? I can go with a drip medication. Murder man, I can deal with it. Every night, I can make it like that. And that's what goes. That's what goes. Stood by your side through all of the lies, watching you cry for me. Get on your knees, apologize please. No, why don't you die for me? Call me the king, ruler of things. Give me that diamond ring. Get on your knees, apologize please. No, why don't you die for me? I can go, but it's your medication. Made a man, I can deal with everything. Every night, I can make it echo. And that's what goes. That's what goes. Yeah, you were right this time, you were right this time. Take a look around, look what you did last night. What you did last night, never heard a sound. Yeah, I know that you told me one day you'd show that you were right this time, you were right this time. Oh no, now the truth comes out and I know that you warned me about it. Shallow, you were only ever in for yourself, yeah, in for yourself. Oh great, fantastic, you mastered it all. Lie like you plastic, but that it's so long. Over your antics, you scared me out. I hope that you're happy now. Yeah, you were right this time, you were right this time. Take a look around, look what you did last night. What you did last night, never heard a sound. Yeah, I know that you told me one day you'd show that you were right this time, you were right this time, yeah. Blushing, hid your cards away for nothing. Time you told me you weren't bluffing. Guess I should have read the signs. Yeah, it took so long to find. Oh great, fantastic, you mastered it all. Lie like you plastic, but that it's so long. Over your antics, you scared me out. I hope that you're happy now. Yeah, you were right this time, you were right this time. Take a look around, look what you did last night. What you did last night, never heard a sound. Yeah, I know that you told me one day you'd show that you were right this time, you were right this time, yeah.
Echoes of your words crashing into me, drown me in your lies, and there's no way to breathe. And my walls will keep you down. I am safe without the sound of you around. It's getting colder, and I'm the storm that's taking over.
tanks. He is the hero. Nievny. Oh dear. Showing the back to Ambition. Oh no, he received a shot. Now he's a one shot. Oh dear. Oh dear. Nievny. Can he survive? It's the $1 million question now. Can he survive? He race. Oh my god. Oh no, he found a whoopsie! He found a no! Oh no!
See your eyes in different faces. It's bugging me out. Starting to get complacent. It's scaring me now. I can erase your lips. Still feel your fingertips on my skin. You come into my dreams. I wake up sweating here in my bed. In my bed. In my bed.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to turn on my volume. Right, so thank you very much. So far, no one's told me that I wasn't talking at all. So sorry. Let me actually go back to Group 1. So let's actually go back and then preview. Okay. So the Group 1 we have DUR versus either Cam 1 or S-Mon. Oof. So DUR, in my opinion, against KM1, you're missing a lot of stuff that I've talked about for the Asia server. DUR versus either KM1 or S-Mon. So once again, KM1's a clan to watch because they've previously beaten, if I remember correctly, GSM. Yes, they are a clan to watch. Don't underestimate them. And they could very well do that against DUR. DUR also a clan that is quite inconsistent. Yeah. So DUR in the previous skill, the second previous skill tournament, the final half, they've beaten HRV 2-0. I think they also beat E4D 2-0, which is good. And then they go on to lose HRV 0-2 again. So, but they also haven't been performing very well so far. They really need to make this opportunity to kind of have a strong showing tonight, because DUR have really good win rate seeding, but their leaderboard position isn't really high. That means the win rate seeding isn't really helping them, for them, in my opinion. And we have RN already facing E4D, UPK again. I think they haven't shown up at all. So RN versus E4D. E4D, both teams want to make use of this to advance to the next round, because both E4D and RN don't have good win rate seeding. Don't have really good win rate compared to other top 8 hopefuls. So for them, it's going to be like you live or you die in this situation. Particularly for E4D, they have the lowest for all the top 8 hopefuls in the win rate. And in my opinion, E4D, they are looking to be a top 8 clan. I'm really impressed about their performance, particularly the first previous Q tournaments where they almost won against Feast 1-2. So they could very well make an upset against RN, but they have cooled down quite a considerable amount from the second previous Q tournaments, and I hope they won't cool down even more tonight, because against RN, if they don't win, that will put them in a much tougher spot on the leaderboard, and the power rating is not favoring E4D at all. I think they are at 10th, which means if they beat against RN, that will put them higher in the power rating table, and that will put their percentage about 50%, I suppose. So this is a must win for E4D. For RN, they are a strong team nonetheless, but also their win rate is not helping them. They really want to win against E4D. They've so far shown us that this relative lack of training isn't really hurting them, because they have been playing with together for quite some time, so they already have that chemistry in place. So it really is getting back into the tournaments, warming back up to play in competitive tournaments, and they've so far shown us that they've so far been really consistent in their performance, relatively good. They look like to be a secure top 8 team. I think beating E4D for them shouldn't be the most difficult thing, but they need to still be careful about E4D's chances. They can replicate the form of the first previous skill tournaments, could very well do that. Fujit, however, so Fujit is not streaming. Fujit is not streaming. The exact reason I don't know. But I couldn't comment further on that. But we will see if he will be streaming on Sunday. I really hope to see him streaming on Sunday. That will be really good, so that I won't be the only perspective for the audience, because we want different perspectives for different teams. Just only one person streaming is not the best idea, in my opinion. HLV against either UI or Correct. Once again, UI is a team that you need to be careful. They've beaten low 2-0. It's a quite a big margin, and UI can very well pose a challenge to HLV. But HLV is the champion of the Blitz Asia Cup, so it will be a monumental challenge, an uphill battle for UI to best against HLV, but they could still do it. Not impossible, but it's going to be hard for them. But I do think they can pull out some surprises from the bag. And GV against DGGTB or HXCL. DGGTB is a clan also that I have in my power rating. So far, they haven't been able to win against any clans in the leaderboard. DGTB lost to V02, lost to E4D02. Against GV, it's going to be hard for them to have a result, but I still believe in them because they are a hardworking team. They played in quick tournaments, shown some good results, but they're still a relatively new team. They really need a good performance, and I think winter season is a good season for them to train. I think this is a clan to watch in the future, probably not now, and I really hope they're going to show some promising results for me tonight. But DGTB, personally, I want them to have a strong showing, but deep down, I really hope GB wins, because otherwise my stream will end. No one will be able to stream Asia server tonight after that. Hello, Addicted. And it will be even more embarrassing tomorrow, because you know Saturday and Sunday are two non-working days, so it's gonna be hard for me to ask Wargaming to allocate me to another clan to stream, and you know, and if that happens, no one will be streaming Asia server on the final stage in the first rescue tournament, and we don't want that to happen. So GB, hopefully they won't be a disappointing team tonight, and if it's so their reputation as the second best clan on Asia server during the 2020 autumn will be heavily questioned. But we already see Calm versus IE. Calm should be able to win comfortably, not to belittle IE in any way. But Calm, they should have a lot more experience, and I believe if they don't win against IE, I think they need a really big reflection into why that happened in the first place. But Cats are facing PDRM, not EXO. EXO actually forfeited? I don't know, but EXO, from my impression, they should be able to So my time now is 30 past 11. So, but Cats, I think they should have a good chance to go all the way through to the finals, and I think tonight this is the chance for them to get some good number of cups. And for Ivy vs BD. They're still playing two really interesting clans. Ivy and BD are in the at the middle of the pack. In the middle of the pack for the Clan Wars tournaments. I mean the Clan Wars, and BD was the finalist of the Asia Community tournaments. Put up some good showing against Kang. We'll see if they beat Ivy. If they do against ID, it will be interesting to see what they have to bring on the table. GSM will be facing RI. RI is a clan that you need to be careful of because they've beaten Kang 2-1 in the Season Coins tournament. Could very well do that against GSM. You don't want to see a repeat of that, so hopefully GSM is going to show us some really good games. And Group 3 we have Feast against Vex or PGMT. PGMT is a second clan of Cats, but they haven't been very strong. Maybe tonight is going to be different. Maybe tonight they are really good. But Feast should be able to beat PGMT in my opinion. EA against Kang. This is the match that it's not a mismatch in my opinion totally. A match for the top 12 basically. So EA and Kang. Both teams would be grasping this chance to advance to tomorrow's games, and Kang particularly, I was left somewhat disappointed about the performance during the second previous tournaments. I really hope they will show us a lot better Kang tonight. And EA will be a very tough clan to beat. We've streamed their games against HLV. They can be really strong in their isolation game. Hello, Da Silva. So, I really hope Kang is going to give us some good showing, and EA is a good chance for them to advance to the next stage. They are also the top 8 during the 2020 spring, and you know EA is not going to be. It's not going to be an easy clan to beat. So Kang and EA, both teams. This is going to be a really good match to see. But no, next we have ENT versus DTG. DTG is also a long-standing clan in Clan Wars tournaments, and ENT, them being a relatively new clan, they have shown some really good performances lately, but they haven't been able to prove their skill against the top 8 the relatively top 4 teams. I mean, they've been consistently at their level. Beating DTG should be a good indication, but next they will be facing either Low or BB. BB also a clan to be careful of. I think they went close to ID losing 1-2. They won against GV 2-0, but that is because GV don't have 7 players in both of the games, so you can't really take into account that game. But Low, they have to win this one if they want to be in the top 8, because currently they are now in the 18th position, or even 19th actually. And Low, we all know Low was a top 8 in the 2020 autumn, and it's really surprising they weren't able to go past to the final stage in the last 2 previous tournaments, particularly the first when they lost against UI02. That's a big upset when you're when Low is a very strong clan, and JCFK is by no means a bad caller or an inexperienced caller. So Low, and I mean Low was also a top 4 in 2019 Twister. So it will be a really big fall from grace if they don't beat against BB, and really they have a lot to ponder about if that happens. So yes, they might not be benefited by the seeding in the first previous tournaments, but against UI, that's a clan that should be beatable for them in their perspective, from their perspective. And BB also a clan that is beatable from their perspective. I had them in the top 8 previously, but they really want to make use of this tournament tonight to actually go all the way through to the finals. I mean, it's doable for them, but can they do it? We will find out really soon. and let's actually brief about the trivia. What you're going to be expecting. Here is my new topic guess. It's going to be Fees, GB, De, Team ID, GSM, RN, HLV, and ENT. I've taken out Low and also Cats because Cats, they are not favored by the win rate seeding, and Low, I think we can all agree they have so far been disappointing in the last two previous skill tournaments, the first one in particular. So once again, I'm following GV, and here is the previous skill tournaments. All games are played in the best of 3 series, and the tournaments run in group second elimination knockout stage with third place match per group. You can read this. Apart from the top 8 being going through to the Winter Asia Championship and the 9th to the 16th to the charges tournament. So tonight at most 16 teams, we have 36 teams. So Asia server is quite interesting, being that they have a lot of competitive teams, but they have very surprisingly few average teams playing in tournaments. So don't be fooled about the numbers. Asia server, in my opinion, is one of the most competitive servers out there. They can rival the competitiveness on the EE server. They are very competitive. Don't look down at their size here. But I really hope this year we're going to see a lot more clans, a lot more players playing in this game, and a lot more clans fighting for fighting in the tournaments. We need more. We need to include more relatively. Teams who are playing tournaments for fun. We haven't been seeing that on the Asia server. I hope that will change. All games are played in Supremacy mode as always. Here, the number of cups. I made a good joke about keys, but it hasn't been recorded, so it sucks to be me not to be muted. Sucks to be me being muted on the stream. I blame the red button. But the group stage we have, we'll see whether GB is going to earn more than 5,000 cups, and if it's the case, then that's really good. 5,197 keys. Not. I'm going to make a really bad joke about keys anyway, but none of these clans are playing for keys tonight. There are no keys as the rewards, and not even watching this stream, so you won't earn any keys on the stream. Don't blame me for that. Blame Wargaming for not giving you keys as a reward, and just don't blame me. I'm not responsible for keys. Don't ask me for keys, okay? Just don't ask me for keys. But the previous skill tournaments are held on every Tuesday, Wednesday, or Saturday and Sunday. With the schedule, we're starting off with quarterfinals. That's at 32 pass. I need to change that. And yeah. Then here's the schedule. Hello Synoxis, hello Royal Tiger, hello Da Silva. Roster for you: Professor Tokyo, Berlin, Monaco, Yakuza, Doha, Moscow. You killed by Paris and Florida. The Yakuza is a very interesting player. He is an infamous player, known to be one of the most toxic players in the server by a lot of people, and what he said to other teams and to other people is not really nice to see. I really hope that doesn't happen after the games tonight, and I really hope they are going to be polite against all other teams, because really one player in the team can really tarnish your reputation as a clan if it's not controlled, if it's not contained. So once again, my top 8 guesses. So let me change the stuff in the background. I'm going to show you a replay from Baba, which is a really heartbreaking replay there. I'm seeing a lot of heartbreaks on the Asia server actually in the replays. We had one doing more 9k and still lose the game. This one you're seeing still lost, but even worse. Even worse. Still lost. Also did even worse. Didn't get a mastery badge. With that number of damage, you're going to see how much damage you're going to see from that player. That is, you just guess. But you go into question why he only earned that, why they only earned that first class. Sorry to assume your gender, but we're going to see. So I've been telling a story on the stream. We have more than 20 viewers hearing my story, so I'm happy about that. So let's get the stream. Hello, Yori12. Now I think you have good odds. I think you don't have bad odds. I think 20 EA in the quarterfinals is doable for your team, but it's also a hard one for you. So I mean, you have to face some hard ones in the end, so you cannot complain. The Asia server is like one third of all the teams participating are competitive, and the two other thirds not competitive. I mean, it's a really big percentage. If you compare it to the E server, that's like 1/8 of the of all the teams participating, and like only like less like 10% of all the teams participating. I can actually go up like that. So we are following this player. I can just be like that, and look at him. I'm just gonna follow him like here. He has not spotted anyone yet. But if you also say compare it to the NA server, the NA server is like 1/4, which is still lower than Asia server. Asia server is enormously yeah, there we go. You can see it from his perspective. So Asia server is just enormously has high in the percentage of the number of the teams, competitive teams in the tournaments, and they are one of the most competitive servers in this game. So really good shot onto that ruler. So I'm going to keep that on. Is that Barber from E4D? Yes. So we don't have a lot of time left. The room should be up in the minute or two. So let's see if it's going to finish soon. We'll see. Dropping the adrenaline. That's good. He needs to kill off that pattern. Doesn't have to be the case. The team so far is doing good. But they have ignored that Panzer totally, but not Barber. Good idea to turn it around because the rest of the team is going to deal with the other side. And he can just hold down here, and Panzer is really struggling to put a shot into SB when he's hesitating. That tank is hesitating. Now I always assume the players to be a he, which is not a good practice at all, because there are a few female players in this game, so that's not even female, could also be non-binary people as well. So it's not a good practice to just assume everyone as a he. So hello, so Alpha, I don't know what you talking there. Finally a shot from that Panzer. So that was good kill onto that Panzer with the Gorilla. Oh, can spend some XG there. Has already done more than 4k, so that's really good damage there. And for an STB1, that's even better because STB1. Oh dear, no. I don't know. Should have gone down. Why, Sonda? Why are you asking where are your keys? No keys for you, okay? I mean, SCV1 has one of the lowest DPS in the medium tank, so Barber doing more than 5k is amazing. Yes, that's amazing. You don't see that often. But I mean, I constantly hover around 3k in the damage for STV1, but you could very well do less than 3k if the team is really good. So sometimes, so when you're losing, you usually do more damage than when the team is good, because the team usually share damage. But I mean, it's 1 versus 2, isn't it? I mean, 2 vs 1 should be able to win this one. I don't know why you're losing. Oh, that was a unlucky bounce onto that Chieftain's cupola. Oh, that Yagaru is dead. Oh, that was a good shot. It should be winnable. Oh dear, did you get ammo racked? We're going to see very soon. He's looking for that cupola once again, but it's hard. It's kind of, it's not really large at all. So you need to. How's King Kong? Oh dear, that was a terrible shot. That was a terrible fluff. Oh, so does the Chieftain here. That was a good track. Drop the adrenaline. I should have tried to put a Nara shell in, because you're dropping the adrenaline. You should be able to reload faster than Chieftain here. So, something worth a try. That was what I would have done. Oh, it's taking another hit. Oh, 7k already. Should be able to finish off. Ah, that was a terrible fluff. Oh, would have lost him the game. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Baba is getting nervous. Oh, that was another ricochet. Oh no, that was a terrible. Oh no, that was a very bad, heartbreaking battle. Oh no, Baba. Only first class. Oh my god, doing more than 7k only first class. Oh dear, that was even more. That is adding salt to the wound. That is adding salt to the wound. Oh, you have not bounced the 2 shells. I think you're just being very, very nervous there. Then I think it should have been a really good win for you and a mastery badge. Obviously, I don't think you have any trouble with that at all. But Port Bay against DGTTB, we have GB against DGTTB. We don't have a lot of time, so we don't have any time to breathe. So let's take a look. So it's going to be the right overlay. Hello Exit. How are you doing? I hope you have. I've seen you stream a lot recently, so I hope you had a really fun time streaming on streaming lately. So once again, hello Martin Prince. How are you doing? Hello Edu. Hello. We have Professor in the T22 medium. Yakuza is playing. Yeah, he's also known as his most famous phrase, which for me is also not is also wrong in a lot of ways. But his most famous insult phrase is "Oops, wrecked, cry girl." I hate this, really. But in the T110U5 alongside Moscow, you killed by in the Ice Sword Doha in the Kramwagen, and Monaco in the T22 with DGTTB Frozen, was from Team ID, but he is playing in the T110U5. Alongside Muramasa and Federico is my waifu. Double T22 by P10 Thunder and Terumi. Z Park in the Double Crown Bargain alongside Yuki is my waifu. I don't know who these names are. I assume they are from some anime, but let's see. Who is going to win this one? GB versus DGTB. This is going to be a very good game, I can say. But DCGTB, I mean, they all rhyme with one another. I mean, that's just cunning assonance, which for me is just a peg in the in the hole. No, just that's one hell of a clan tag there. GB going to C with DCGTB going also to C as well. I'm so tempted to say Delta Charlie Golf Tango Bravo here, because it's a lot better than just say DCGTB and get my tongue twisted, knotted. I don't know. Better word for that. But Terry B taking some hits on the crossing. But double T22 going to corner could only be a good thing. But they're not going to this corner here. I mean, here. That might be a problem here, but now they're going here. DCGTB getting their lineup, but they have not been good in the trading affair. They have dropped a lot of hit points. Yuki is my wife who dropped even more. They so far dropped so many hit points at the start. That could be a problem, but they are focusing on you killed by. Frozen is taking some hits as well. GV has so far done well in punishing the tanks of DCGTB, but DCGTB has been a little bit careless in what they're doing. Really good horizontal straight line by DCGTB. They're applying pressure on Moscow. I think that is a good move from DCGTB, that they need the focus fire. I think Moscow should not be the tank they should be looking for, but rather you killed by. Because you killed by doesn't have the reactive armor and they have lower health. DCTB needs to commit downwards because now they are going down. They're going to die. Muramasa is now dead. And Moscow needs to be taken out really quickly. They need to get into position not to get crossfire from, because look at these tanks. They get crossfire by all the GV tanks. If they go down, it will be a little bit difficult for them. But alas, DGTTB, they had good formation. They had good formation, but really losing too many hit points, and the focus fire is just not the most. It's not the best I'm seeing here right now. With Thunder now dead. Fanatku, my waifu, is also dead. It's going to be 5 versus 3. It's going to be GV, obviously. But I really like how DCGTB is doing with their formation. It's really just that them losing too many hit points at the start is really costing them the game. And Professor is brawling against Terry, and he's down. Yuki is my waifu, also down. In this game, we go to GV nonetheless. Really good performance by GV to shred the hit points of DCGTB at the start, applying some big pressure to them. DCGTB made a good idea, good call to push the. I think the holding E5s, but I think the focus fire priority needs some reconsideration, and them losing too many hit points at the start really puts them in a terrible position. With GV 6 tanks doing more than 2k, really good stuff. Berlin only 1.2k damage, that's not good. But Berlin, I mean, he's the man doing the pep talk, so doesn't matter if Berlin is going to be the bottom damage, but maybe Berlin is third behind the scenes. Haha, I do know Zerd gives good pep talk, so DCGTB, Terry B doing more than 3k, Yuki's my waifu doing more than 2k, but they need a better showing. First, they need to stop dropping hit points at the start, and that will be a good start for them. And I mean, they have some good things. Fundamentally, good formation. We don't see them having some isolated tanks per se. I mean, it really comes down to GV having some really good focus fire discipline there in the end. And I think second, they really need to cut down on hesitation, because for me, I would very well have gone down to the river to brawl against the tanks there, because what they have done, they stood in the open, allowing for crossfire from all the tanks from GV, making it easier for GV to focus fire, actually. And you can see how GV made it hard for DCGTB to focus fire, because you see the IS4 low in health pulled back. E5 dropping the reactive armor is quite far at the front, so allowing DCGTB to go for that E5 instead of that IS4. That's a good thing from GV. That's something that you need to learn if you want to train your Clan Wars team, and that's really good showing from GV. You're going to see GV going to take a nice 4x you killed by double crown Wagon by Doha and the Yakuza, Monaco and Professor in double T22, and Berlin and Moscow in the double T110E5. DCGTB, I hate the assonances. God. Oh my god. I want to ask every commentator that I know to speak, to say DCGTB quickly. I bet you cannot. It just ties my tongue up really horribly. But they're going with Yuki's my way for the eyes for Terry B and the T22 medium, Frozen Muramasa and the quadruple T110E5 alongside Vadeko and C Park, and P10 Thunder and Vickers like this time. GV going for C, but DCGTB are taking a really spread out formation. I don't know if that's a good choice here, but they're going for a very spread out position. B10 Thunder split up most of the GV's tanks here. I really like how DCGTB is changing their strategy this time. Good reset shot onto C though, and that will hand DCGTB the cap pressure. I have a good feeling about DCGTB on this one, but they also need to be careful not to draw unnecessary hit points. I really root them for a strong showing here. GV. With Berlin spotted in the T110E5, I mean both teams are defending a bit. DCGTB doesn't have the hit point pooling despite chipping away a little bit of hit points of Professor. That is negligible. They still don't have the hit point pool advantage though. P10 Thunder has spoiled up Professor. Oh, P10 Thunder, is that a good idea to run away? Although he put some damage into Professor didn't grasp the opportunity to punish P10 Thunder. That could have been that would not have been nice for Professor, but still negligible because hit points are neck and neck. DCGTB leading by a little bit. Really, a tiny little fraction. Excellent. Your YouTube chat is not working on Streamlabs. I can only see it here. Okay, so Exit is only using YouTube for videos and Twitch for streaming. However, I mean Twitch for World of Tanks Blitz is really not popular at all. Because, oh, DCGTB! I think this is a good idea! They're going for a rush on the Professor. They really need to make sure they can land their shots in. They stopped. Oh, that could have been a really brilliant idea from DCGTB. They stopped, allowing GB to regroup. I think they have really lost that all golden opportunity to shut down Professor. I think DCGTB, you have really lost that golden opportunity. Now I think your tank's a little bit not in a good position. Terry B is in an awkward position. He's trying to run away, but GV tanks are looking to shut him down. This is not good news for Terry B. He needs to get into safety. Oh my goodness me, he's lucky not to get shot by a tank there. But DCGTB, oh dear, I really question their call to stop rushing there. Maybe their tanks are not there yet, but they now push, but I think GB has regrouped. And that would not be a good idea for them now. GV would be looking to shut down these tanks isolated. Professor is looking isolated, but Thunder and Terry needs to come in and support. And C Park is the first tank down for DCGTB, with GB now 2 caps at hand. This is going to be a really big fight for DCGTB to make a comeback from here. Professor is still really low. They still haven't taken out GV yet, Professor yet, but DCGTB has already lost 2 tanks here. P10 Thunder. Oh, got tracked. Can he kill off? Oh, it's a bounce. Fanacus, my waifu, is now dead, and Thunder is dead, heading GV the win. DCGTB, oh dear, they spotted up that isolated Professor. Didn't grasp that opportunity to shut down the GB tanks there, allowing GB to rotate. Oh, I really feel sorry for you guys, DCGTB, but that, I think, I really hate to see you guys not really grasping that opportunity to make a push. I know you have the card lead, but you very well have surprised GB there. Oh my goodness me. I really feel sorry for you. I really felt that you have a really good idea. The hesitate. I think you guys are very nervous. That is to say, I think you guys very nervous in this match because you're coming up against GB, one of the best clans on the Asia server. I really hope you have some really good ideas. You've shown us some really good fundamental skills in Clan Wars. At least in some aspects, you're better than some of the clans up there. But I think really the nervousness got you there both games. So you guys have some really good ideas. You didn't really commit to that. You could have done a lot of stuff when you commit to your ideas. So really, have faith in your ideas. I really wish you good luck in the next preview tournament. Something you should learn from, in my opinion. But I really see some positives from the team. But with GV, 3 tanks in 1-2K, they should take a deep breath after knowing that DCGTB didn't take out Professor there. In my opinion, in my opinion, they were a little bit surprised, but they regrouped really brilliantly, pushed onto B side. That was a good call from GV. Yakuza doing 2K, more than 2K, that's good for him, but I hope they won't say something bad about them. But they are through to the next round, into the semi-finals, and we're going to wait and see. Both games are really long. Port Bay can be the next Cam Steer, in my opinion. It's the second easiest map, in my opinion, to reset all 3 caps, A, B, and C. But the problem is, if you do that, you risk spreading your team too much, and that will create a message for the other team to push on the other side. Right. I would rather have the E5 spam than the IS4 spam, because E5, I think the gun is okay, the mobility is good, the armor is alright. I think it's a good heavy tank. I do not hate to see T125 getting used often in tournaments, but I do hope that the heavy tank is not dominated by just one tank. I want every tank type to have some different tanks, and I really hope to see different other tanks on different maps. So right. Let's look at the results of other teams here. E4D are through. Congratulations! Oh my goodness me, I'm really happy for you. E4D beating RN. I'm sorry, commiserations really, but E4D has done their job in trying to secure a top 8 spot. I think that will put them higher in the power rating table tonight. DOR still playing against KM1. That could have been an interesting match though. HLV beating UI, and they will be facing UGV. This is going to be a replicate of the Blitz Asia Cup. HLV versus GB, and we will see if GB is going to take revenge on HLV. Group 2, we have IE beating Calm. Are you seriously kidding me? What are you doing, Calm? What have you done? I'm sorry, but what? Oh no. Oh no, I'm sorry. Commiserations to you. Really, congratulations to IE beating Calm. I really love that. IE beating Calm, but Calm really. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened to you there, but that is a really heartbreaking result. I really wish you all the best in the future. But Cats are through to the next round, with ID also through to the next round. GSM against RI still playing. Group 3, we have Feast against EA. EA have beaten King. ENT have beaten DTG, and Low against PB. We're waiting for the result there. So DOR against Cam1, they're still playing. Wow, IE. Oh dear, oh dear. Holy macro. Yeah, I agree with you. That's what she said. They really gave out on that push really quickly. Yeah, I'm not live now on Twitch, because on Twitch I only average at around 1 viewer, so I gave it on Twitch actually. GSM still playing against RI, and BB still playing against Low. We are waiting for this. Come on, load. Still playing. So we already have some upsets on IE at Calm out. Okay, D are through to the next round. We're facing E for D. I hope. I'm not sure if that's a 2-1 result for them. That's a 2-1 result for them. That's not ideal at all. But at least they won, and they are through to the next round. Yeah, why didn't they? That's a good. Maybe they haven't got enough information of where where GB tanks have positioned, but also they are very nervous. You can see both games. They are very nervous. They are relatively inexperienced. Don't blame them for that. That's just really, I think they have some expectations to perform well on the stream. Just don't blame them. Just hopefully just give them some encouragement. That's what I would say, because really I think they are very nervous. I could feel that. I mean, if you're an inexperienced clan, the nervousness, the nerves could get you really hard. Could make you do some moves that you should have done. You will regret doing so. Yeah. Good job, Nightbot. Still playing against RI. GSM, don't disappoint me there. BB against Low. Still playing. Nightbot OP. Yes. I mean that's a lot of symbols there actually. No, I will not disable auto mod. That's a lot of symbols in my opinion. I think Nightbot is it's not wrong on this one. I still wanted to auto mod because if for some catastrophic reasons there is no one modding, we still have someone to mod, albeit not the best one. We're still flipping back and forth GSM versus RI. Goodness me. I mean, EA 2-0 against Kang and BB Low. Okay, BB lost to Low 1-2. Heartbreaking result, but Low are through at least. Oh, so what's going to happen? GSM versus RI. Still playing. Oh, GSM. On one day they can beat Team ID 2-0, but on the other day they are very close against RI. Which, not something that I was expecting. I mean, RI is not a bad clan in any means, but GSM, if they want to be a top 8, should be able to beat RI. Oh, GSM, you just giving me a big scare there. 2-1 against RI. Very long games, but that could also be a warning sign for them, because they are really struggling to pull out a good performance against clan that is in the middle of the pack. Well. So, it's going to be HLV versus GV. IE's not in the list. Yeah, let's actually remove IE from this. IE and Calm. Hello, Mangolingo. Hello. I apologize for the mean comments in the chat, but I hope you take what I said on the stream. I think you have some really good foundation there. I really think you have. You just need to be a little bit less nervous and hopefully just more training. I think you'll be there. I think you have a good potential. I think you're a client to watch in the future. So please don't be upset about your performance tonight. I really hope to see a better DCGTB. If not for winter season, hopefully the spring season. Hopefully you're going to be proving us wrong. Another E4T we will see, or even better than E4T. Yes, Stinge. Really good, really good message there. Please have respect for the teams. I mean, Stinge also led a team which was doesn't have good win rate, relatively experienced in tournaments. If you were not in that, if you were not in the shoes before, I mean, if you weren't in that kind of team before, then you probably won't know the kind of the struggle and the cause of the nerves associated with being a relatively new and experienced clan, breaking into the tournament scene. DCGTB happens to be one of them, so I totally understand DCGTB, the performance there, really the nerves that they are really unable to cope with, in my opinion. I think more experience will help them. I really wish them for the best. So that would change stuff up. GSM is going to face EA instead. DUR, either that, ENT against either HLV or IE. GV will be facing, no, not RN, E4D. So, okay, that's wrong. Facing E4D, actually. Yep, GV will be facing E4D in the round of 16, actually. RN. Oh, for Korean players, that should be 9 for them now. That should be 9 PM for them now. So the same as the EU tournament time for me, if I remember correctly. So let me change stuff up. And I'll show you the draw for tomorrow. First, I'll show you the draw for tomorrow first, not this power rating. This is not updated. For GV, that's 7 right now. Their PM, because they are from Vietnam, most of them, if not all. So yeah, the bracket. This is not the right bracket. Change. That's the table for tomorrow. Let me just resize that. This is it. Great. So this is the table for tomorrow. GV, the team we're following, will be against E4D, very hard one, and after that, even harder against Team ID. Will they be able to beat all of them? They have to, because they were the run-up of the Blitz Asia Cup. So why couldn't they? Really, you have to ask this question. To be honest with you. But that's actually changed some of the overlay there. Good that family is more important for you. So really good thing to see. I really hope your family is going to. I hope you have a good time with your family. That's what she said. Yeah, I mean this is just only a game. Unless it's really, I mean, the prize pool is really not worth the time for you to ignore other important family matters about PDA. I mean, even so, it's still not a good idea. So I mean, I don't know the context, but I hope it's not a bad one. I really hope, I really wish all the best for you. That's what she said. So, I mean, we only have 5 minutes remaining, so a lot of me talking about gibberish, so... So let's head over to the next tournament room. We are now here on Canal. We can breathe, so that's good. So, let's go for Canal. So, Canal is it's a map most famous of getting a cap lead, but we see with some other a lot of clans are beginning to do counter cap strats. So, what does it mean? Let's talk about what different sides are going to get, which caps they're going to get them an advantage. North side they want to go for A and B because B is closer to A, and you can, and it's, I mean, more covered and like closer to this terrain here, to this valley here, the depression here. So for the north side we want to get AB to get a cap lead, and for the south side we want to go for C and D because C is closer to this gully here, so you can pull back very quickly after getting C, and D is closer here. So south side you want to go for C and D, north side you want to go for A and B. All eyes will be on resetting both B and C. A and D would not be possible in resetting. So B and C, if you want to reset B, then you want to reset from either you can send a T1 10U5 here, but then you risk isolating yourself. You can send a back chat or a light tank or medium tank here to reset over B, but also you have to be careful whether there is any, if the enemies are going for D or if they are just, I don't know. If they're going for D, running away will be a little bit hard. You can also put a tank here to reset B, but it's hard. Also, you can just side script and not get shot at all. I mean, the circle also encompasses behind the building here, and this is an open spot, so pulling back is going to be hard. It's going to be hard to reset B, but so does C, because you can cap. Usually, you cap on the left side of the circle, not the right. Right side, you will get shot from here. Or this bush, usually a clipper. But the left side of the circle, you could also get shot by a TD here, but usually it's harder to do. That tank needs to stop and aim, and by the time capturing C, you probably will have that cap already. So capturing the decapping C for me it's also difficult. But what I say about the counter strat is that now teams are beginning to go to where the other side is going to get a cap on. So for the sub side, they're going for A and B to stop the north side from getting cap lead on A and B. And likewise for the north side, they go for C and D to stop the enemies from getting cap lead on C and D. I think last time we saw that is with Carnage doing brilliantly and shutting down Retti's forces over to C and D. And really good reading here, as I said, because Retti was taking tanks that would be really good in the rotation, and I said they don't want a cap lead because that won't put them in a good advantage. So instead they go for counter strat, worked really for them. I think that wasn't. I think that move from Carnage, Retty didn't have that in their game plan, so they suffered a lot actually. So with ARWV, going with triple batchat. This is not the north side though. Oh no, the double batchat, double 50Bs. Interesting strategy. I have no idea what they are trying to achieve here, but this is always good to see what they are trying to accomplish. But personally, this looks like to be a counter strat because they don't have a lot of armor and they want to use their clip. They have lots of clip potential, so they probably want to use these tanks to shut down tanks crossing into D. And I think GB, if they know this, they probably won't go for D. I think. So Boasorte is going for double IS-4 alongside Enjoy Solo Q, double 50Bs by 7710 and Lean from the Abyss, the double 5025T alongside Sarutsu. Yeah. So. EU, we have, I think last time we have 8 groups, no 6 groups. RU, there are more than 20 groups. RU is crazy, and NA we have similar groups, but they have more teams than Asia server. But competitive scene wise, I think there are more teams on Asia server than NA teams and than NA server. NA server for me, the top 8 is pretty much set. Maybe only 1 or 2 clans maybe moving out or in there. GB going with You Killed By with the double IS-4 alongside Berlin and Doha, the Grand Wagon alongside Yakuza, Monaco, T20 alongside Professor, and Moscow in the T110U5. HLV are going for B, and let me double check if I got the right side. There we go, good side. Oh, good reset on the save by Boasorte. Very aggressive crossing to the factory side. Oh, You Killed By getting shot at. Oh, Berlin getting shot at. Really good stuff from HLV, shutting down tanks trying to cap C. HLV is sending everyone's away, which will hand them the cap lead, and GB will be unable to get C. That will put HLV in a solid hit point pool advantage. No, the cap advantage. They also have a good hit point pool advantage. Really, I think the only thing GB could do is to make a rotation. And they have so many tanks far back for HLV, but the Batchats will be spotting the rushing team. But they want to put a good horizontal straight line with the IS-4s, because IS-4s will be the pressure point, and GB, I think they want to take out the IS-4s quickly there. And I think that is their goal. If they take out the IS-4s, that will hand them 2 tanks on hand. And Batchat doesn't have good DPM, but so if I were GB, I want to kill the IS-4 quickly. Hello, Kidu. GSM stonks. Nah, but really the inconsistency, I'm a bit worried. Oh, GV now making a move. This is going to be interesting. But they're only rushing from one side. Where is the other side? They're only rushing from one side. This could be a problem here. Berlin just going straight down. You're going for Sarutsu. Sarutsu might be trapped. Sarutsu, oh dear, Berlin might be just losing all hit points without doing damage. Well, I think he hit Boasorte there, but GB, a little bit of not the best push here, rushing only to one side, but they already sent tanks to look at the A. Who will come out on top? So far, HLV with a lot more hit points, but Yakuza is not going for Boasorte. And now he's going for Boasorte. Now the focus spy is back. Let's see, You Killed By needs to kill off Boasorte. He's struggling. The other side, GB has lost 2 tanks there. You Killed By is killed by Enjoy Solo Q. GB are not able to work with that rotation at all. Monaco is now dead, and Yakuza is still trying to reload. Can he even kill off Boasorte? They are taking too long to kill off attack. Gosh, GB, that was a disappointing performance there. I mean, Doha is going to be out very soon. Yes. And Yakuza can't even kill off Boasorte. Finally kills off Boasorte, but really, 2 tanks on these 2 tanks taking way too long on the other side, unable to make use of their DPM to kill off the Clippers on A, which is surprising. And HLV are going to win this one relatively comfortably, even by capturing 2 tanks. Oh, looking at the tape, looking at the results here. So far, very disappointing from GV. No tanks doing more than 2k. The push just lopsided. I'm sorry to say, but you probably want to send another tank on the other side, at least one. You don't want to send all the tanks on one side, because HLV just need to divert all their guns to just one single side. Doesn't need to divert the gun to the other side, because you want to have that so that the armor will be soft for one side, and for the other side you have other tanks being soft in their armor. So you want to push on not just one side but at least two. So HLV with 6 tanks with more than 2k, well done to HLV. Really good job in stopping GV from getting C. But Blue Planet dead, but still really good amount of damage. A side strat. Yes, I got it wrong, Mr. President, so I'm a bad caller. Yeah. I think there's a cap. We have a cap of 500 something teams. I don't know. But HLV would be winning the first one. But I mean, GV doesn't look like to be the runner-up of the Blitz Asia Cup. They really need to change now. But they also said they don't want to try too hard in this stage, just not to wear them up too quickly. But you do want to get some good practice, though. You want to get some good practice in the rotation and so on. That cannot be achieved on other days. Like yeah, strategies, you can have some really good strategies in the most important stages, but rotations, they are unique in every situation, in every battle, and you really want to make use of that to train your team to have some good rotation and so on. I think this is going to be inexcusable if you want to have a good team. I mean, this is what they are lacking at the moment, not because they have bad strat or subpar strat, just GV, they need to have a good response. And both DNC are captured by HLV, so HLV once again has the cap lead. Berlin's looking for spots, spot up lean at that T175. Puts a good shell there. That was very, very far from the back. Really good job there. And Berlin getting spotted. So far it's going to be a stalemate game. That's typical of Canal when both teams are going for cap strategies. But it's not boring at all when it's taking down to around 700 or 800 cap points. Hello, Icaro. And it's going to be GV making the move. They need to make a move. And where are they going to push? It's going to require on the information from the double T22 there. Both killed by a Moscow and getting spotted. Would that mean HLV are now putting their guns over to this side? Now T22 is going to have some information on the other side. They really need that, because if they commit the same mistakes as last time, HLV will just divert the guns onto the same side, and they will have no one to shoot to the soft armor. So Berlin is spotted, and so does Spore Sortie. And no action so far for all the teams. GV, the double T22 have secretly gone into the HLV spawn without any spots. Both Professor and Monaco are getting spotted. GV might be stuck on one side. I think the T22s need to continue to make a move. I think so far, HLV are now diverting their tanks. Now I think GV needs to make a push on one side. I think they are going to make that onto Blue Planet. They really need to get a tank out first, not the cap, because now Berlin is going to die really quickly. They need to kill off Blue Planet as soon as possible with the D322 now getting packed back by the HLV's forces. Berlin is now dead, and I think Blue Planet is going to die really soon. Yakuza is reloading. Blue Planet is now dead. You kill by Moscow are focusing lean. Both tanks bump into one another. Moscow will put a good shell into lead, and the focus fire. GV are now getting back the C, and now they're getting better hit points. This looks very good for GV at the moment, but they need to keep this momentum up. Moscow have no repair kit to extinguish the fire, and now he is killed by Enjoy Solo Kill. Oh, and that will put GV under 1k hit point pool disadvantage. That fire is changing the stuff, changing the game. Will that be a bad news for GV here? We will see, but C is now getting stopped in the capturing. From Abyss is now dead. You kill by is now dead. Focus fire. Look at how close he bunched up HLV's forces are. Professor is struggling to stay alive, and I think GV would want to stay alive. They have the most healthy tanks brawling those HLV tanks. The Roots is looking for the Yakuza. Yakuza might be down very soon. HLV needs to kill off Yakuza as soon as possible. Oh, Yakuza fluffs their shell, but after playing around, toying around with HLV's losses, GV barely wins the game with caps. Wow. I think that is due to HLV unable to kill off the low hit point pool tanks. Should have focused on Yakuza. That would give them a lot more room to breathe, but a much better idea in that push from GV. That's much more coordinated, but still not the best in my opinion. But they have 4 tanks doing more than 2k, with HLV 4 tanks also doing more than 2k. Panic push. I agree with you, Mr. President. I don't think that was a panic push in my opinion. It's just they have bounced so many shells and they couldn't focus fire well in that game. Now we are on Navy Frontier. We have GV are in top 8 at the moment, yes. But they so far haven't lived up to the name that to the name of being the running off of the Blitz Asia Cup yet, in my opinion. I hope that will change in those games tonight and tomorrow. We will also interview Berlin. I think the captain, the one who does the pep talk, or for GV, very soon. Yeah. So HLV going with Boa Sortie in the Crown Bargain 770 in the AMX 50B, Enjoy Solo Q, the Enjoy in the mouse, Enjoy Solo Q, the Enjoy Solo Q, Lean in the double 50B alongside 770, which for some YouTubers with the name starting with D, it's going to hate to see that. It's going to call for a GV win here, but from my best in the T20 Blue Planet, also in the Crown Bargain, Samrutsu in the Vickers Light. GB, Professor in the double T22 medium alongside Monaco, Berlin in the mouse, you killed by an IS-4, double Crown Bargain by Doha and Yakuza, Moscow and the E5. Not enough BC to be FBI Alpha, yeah. There we go. I finally didn't mess up my controls in the spectator mode. GV. Blue team north side going mostly to C, and so not really for HLV. HLV going mostly to A. Red team south spawn. Yakuza. Let's head down to Yakuza and see if we get some spots up. Crown Vargan's spawning up. Crown Vargan just in time, but couldn't spot 771 no. Oh, 771 no tries to blind fire the bush. Couldn't. Oh, kids! No, it didn't hit anything, but Berlin was hit. Oh, Yakuza receives a bounce from 7710, and he's on the drum reload. 7710 got back into cover just in time. C is now getting captured by GV. From that business retreating, knowing that he cannot reset C at all. And that will hand GV the cap lead this time. B is heavily looked at. Berlin is down there overlooking. And A is going to be captured by HLV. GV doesn't have to do anything to reset A. So GV will be looking to stay safe in this round. I mean, what will say? Late push is also a strategy. It's also a viable strategy. Professor Berlin might be trapped, though. I think Boa Sorte. Professor needs to do some punishment. Moscow also needs to be in position to start punishing tanks. Berlin is losing hit points for nothing, actually. Not that he's doing badly, but he's just not getting support that he needs, in my opinion. And the other side of GV needs to start making a push, and hit points are now in favor of HLV. Oh, Monaco taking a hit there. HLV are in good position here. You killed by. We want to put a shot into Enjoy He does. He's rolling against Enjoy here. This is GV for you. GV is focusing the mouse. Oh dear, look at that. Oh, it's a bounce all from you killed by Enjoy here, but the legendary story about GV focusing the mouse is back. Oh, oh my god, you killed by Fluffs the Shell onto Abyss, but now they're retreating. They're going to focus the mouse once again, because that's the only time they can put shots in. GV are losing hit points gradually. That is not good. HLV are in good advantage, but they're caught rotating. GV are they able to punish those rotating tanks? Not really so, but oh dear, this is going to go really horribly wrong for you killed by a Moscow. Yes, me too. And Moscow is on the reactive armor. Let's look at this GV. The T22 Professor Yakuza needs to push in because they have really good hit points, but they are far in the back. The GV is holding a line. They are doing the horizontal straight line, but they're barely doing that. Oh, they now have the hit point pool lead back. GV are on the advantage this time. HLV has lost a little hit points in the rotation despite having some really good advantage early on. And Joycellic is going to go down very soon, and GV's focusing the mouse strategy is always obviously working for them. I mean, GV, you can't fault them for that, but GV still, hit points still lacking. That's not over yet. Oh, Joha is killed by Samrutsu and 770. Good shell there. I can't go down. Really, Moscow. Will he put a good HE shell into 770? No. Oh no, he's reloading. Did he shot? Did he shoot? I don't know. C is now getting captured by HLV potentially, but Berlin is really low. This 770 is now dead. So many stuff happening on all sides. Berlin is now dead. It's going to be 4 vs 4. Still really close call of Kramwagen. Yakuza is still really healthy. I don't know if it's intentional, but Yakuza is really healthy. That is to say. Capos are in favor of HLV. HLV needs to start killing off tanks. The Yakuza needs to start picking up the pieces. That was a terrible bounce from Yakuza. That was another terrible bounce from Yakuza. What the heck is this? Yakuza, I think in a lot of matches, he is bouncing so many shells, which shouldn't have happened in the first place. Yakuza is looking for Sarutsu's. You killed by. Oh, killed by Sarutsu. Really good snatch there. You killed by not paying attention. GV would lose this if they don't kill off the other tanks. Sarutsu is now killed by Yakuza. Good picking there. B is now getting captured by Boa Sorte. Moscow needs to stay alive, and Yakuza needs to kill off Blue Planet. He is still really healthy there. Blue Planet. Oh dear, Moscow, what are you doing? Oh my god, he blocked Blue Planet. Oh, that was killed finally. But Boa Sorte needs to stay alive. I don't know. Do they have speed to capture B? HLV would be winning this by just shots. Just really little hit points there. Oh dear. HLV just winning this by caps. Oh, both teams have their own Pyrrhic victories. GV last game, this time is HLV. Wow. I'm I am really amazed. Gosh. This is what we're here for. The tense battle. 5 tanks more than 2k for GV. I mean, really good job in shutting down the HLV's rotation, but I believe Professor dying has a huge implication with HLV playing with the caps. I think they are not phased at all. They really kept their cool. But they have 4 tanks more than 2k. Sarutsu, man of the match for me. 3 tanks killed, 4.6 damage done, 3.6k damage done, killing off. You killed by, that was an important kill in my opinion. If he did not kill you, if he hadn't killed you killed by, it could have been a much different story there. But Yakuza, oh no, that's not good. Hitting only 12 shots out of 17 fired. I mean, there are lots of big shots not penetrating into the armor of HLV tanks there. I think that could have been really costly, but at least he killed 3 tanks doing more than 2k, so at least it's not terrible there. Wow. I think the match for the third place should happen really soon, but let's actually look at the results on other groups. So group 1. HLV are through to the finals. DUR still playing against E4D. It has headed into a tiebreaker. Group 2 we have Cats against GSM. GSM once again beating ID, so they can beat Team ID, but they are struggling against RI, the inconsistency there. GSM really, I hope you're going to get a good result against Cats. But Group 3 we have EA beating Feast. Wow. That's an upset there. And ENT beating Low, that is to be expected. ENT against EA, will ENT win against EA? And that will put them further into the top 8. Wow. We are waiting for the UR versus EA versus E4T. We will know very soon which clan will be up, which clan we are facing. So meanwhile, we're just going to change the overlay. Sorry, I didn't show that on the stream. Once again, the results. Group 2 we have Cats against GSM in the finals. Group 3 we have EA versus ENT in the finals. And Group 1 we're still waiting for DUR against E4D. I thought our games are long enough already. Apparently DUR and E4D, their games are even longer. So well, more than 30 views. Thank you very much for the viewership. Alpha say you don't really get how they play. I think they're just playing a little bit casually, in my opinion. I think they're just playing for top 8 for a moment, and when they get into top 8, they will show their best. It's like Raid, where they don't show all their best at the start, and they will just show their best when they are in the when it matters for them. Yep. So I do really like. I do think this is more of a strategy, so you don't overwork yourself at the start, and then you just show all your best at the end. Okay, I think we know who's going to be in the third place match. Match for the third place is going to be DUR. E4D have advanced to the finals, and I think this is going to further the chance into top 5, into the top 8. Congratulations to E4D. They haven't cooled down at all, and I'm really happy about E4D here. They are now a team to watch this year. Will they be in the top 4 at the end this season? We'll find out really soon. But DUR is going to be a team we will be facing. Oh, that's what she said. That's what she said. It's really confused. I agree. I do echo your confusion. But we are going for My Ruins, which is a map that Carnage really likes, in my opinion. They are very well prepared on My Ruins, in my opinion, all the time. So unless I have someone from Carnage talking about how they play on My Ruins, which I don't think they will, because that's just disclosing your strat to the public and just asking the enemies to work a counter for them. So, but anyway, if you want to know about My Ruins, you have basically two sides that you could go, either C or A. C is a cap that is a lot easier to get than A, because A you'll be worried about getting shot from that corridor here when you're south side. For the north side, you get shot from getting A from the corridor here. But C is not the case. You have the terrain to shield you, and it's going to be hard to be reset. But also, it's also at the apex of this hill, so both caps have their own difficulty in capturing. But I've seen clans having a much better time getting C. Middle side is very important. You really need to get a good, strong foothold in the middle side. And getting B would be hard. I don't advise clients going here in at the start. You just basically trapping your tank there for pretty much the entire game, and then just the counters that just push on this side and just pencil your tanks down there. So I don't advise clients going down to B at the start, because you just mean you need to fight at a numbers advantage on other sides, which is not good at all if you consider the advantages and disadvantages. Spots, you can send a medium tank or light tank over this bush to get some spots over to tanks crossing through these lanes, actually. So this is My Ruins for you. Personally, I'm fine with going either A or C. It really depends on your reaction. My Ruins has always been the map that is not about initial strat, but all about your rotations. If you do your rotations well, then you will win this one. And I think My Ruins is a good map. If you want to train your rotations, My Ruins is a good map to train. And the other map being Black Goldfield, where the main reason is because I can't work out a good initial strat for Black Goldfield. So that goes on to say that a good rotation is going to be very crucial for winning games on for winning games on Black Goldfield. But things aside, I do echo you. I think GB vs HLV was particularly disappointing for the Asia server, in my opinion. I think they could do a lot better. I know they are not. I know they can do much better than this, in my opinion. But GB game was double T20 by Professor Monaco, Berlin in the mouse, Florida in the T110E5. Florida, Moscow, T110E5, Monaco, Professor, double T22, Berlin mouse. You killed by the eyes for Yakuza in the VK 90.01p, and DUR going with I Am Your Jaiku in the AMX50B alongside Aqua Chan. Apparently Chan is it's like senpai or something like that in Japanese, so they are all Japanese. It's not because some of them are from Hong Kong, where Chan is a surname for a Hong Kong. Could be a surname for a Hong Kong person, but Eagers, Hibiki is in the IS4, Huke also in the IS4, Saren Chan also in the IS4, Urena in the mouse, and not have PS and not have Ps in the T22. DUR going mostly to the Aqua Chan spawning up both Yakirba and Berlin. Obviously learned from the strategy of Carnage. This is obviously the strategy for Carnage here. They send tanks over to this middle lane here as well, and they spawn tanks crossing to middle. Berlin and Yakirba, very, very slow tanks. But DUR are unable to punish these tanks crossing down the middle, just like Carnage. So DUR actually doesn't have a lot of advantage with this move at its first. Hello, Mutsu, you don't get keys, sorry. No keys for you. However, it's going to be GB getting the cap lead, so they have the hit point pool advantage. They just need to stay safe and it will be good. Oh, Berlin! Getting shot at. You don't need to lose the unnecessary hit points there. He's trying to rotate to support Yakuza. Pixels, that was good joke from you. Monaco, just using this push to spot, but they have Mouse and VK there. I would agree if it is on the other side, him alone running away when it's necessary, and but he is a little bit useless in his position there. DUR making an attempt to push, going for B as well, but that would mean. I don't know what EGV. I thought they're going to shut down Huke. Yes, they're now doing that. But you are just going for an Iron Fist. Professor is now. Oh, he's in trouble. He's staying there for far too long, and he's going to receive the big punishment. He's the first time down. GV. Oh, Professor, that was a terrible mistake there. Huke is going to go down really soon. But the focus fire, it's going to go down to the focus fire. DUR so far has done alright in that department. Not the best. I would have expected Monaco to lose a lot more hit points, but so far so good for both teams in the focus fire. Hit points neck and neck. GV now getting B. DUR, I think their lineup is starting to crumble a bit. Berlin is a mouse. They are focusing the mouse here because he has lower health. DUR doing the GV strategy here, and now Berlin's now dead. Would that buy time for GV? The hit points still neck and neck, still very close call. Aegis, what GV needs to do is to stay safe. They have 2 caps, they have cap points. North Peace have killed off Monaco. That will put DUR in a good advantage. They have 6 tanks out of life. Hit point push sharing, they're doing it brilliantly. Yakuza is now isolated. I have no idea why I've done that, but he's down. They need B. They need to capture B. I Am Your Jaiko is coming in to support Aegis. Yes, you killed by. It's going to kill by I Am Your Giant. He did it, and I think DUR is going to win this one. 5 vs 2. They cannot fluff this one, surely. Yes, Florida is now dead. Moscow is the last man standing. DUR is going to win this first game. GV. Oh my goodness me. I think the main problem, the T22 mediums are not doing their job. And now DUR capturing 3 bases. DUR is going to win this first match. GV. Very, very shaky performance here. Main reason the T22s, I have no clue what they're trying to achieve there. And let's look at their damage emo. I really think they could have done a lot better there. As you can see, Professor did less than 2k, way less than 1k. Although Monaco did more than 2k, but also our tanks have disappointed with DUR. That push wasn't the most coordinated, but at least it worked for them. Caught GV off guard, but I think what you can take away from DUR is their focus on Professor punishing GV's mistake. That was what DUR was really good in this game, punishing the mistakes of GV. First, Professor being isolated there, and second, Yakuza. Well, I mean that was not his fault. The GV team leaving Yakuza behind, pretty much. But I mean the late game stages. At that point, they just need to defend B. They don't need to make a move. They need to make sure all of their tanks stay alive, and they didn't save Yakuza, which he did the most damage, so he did well there. But DUR 5 tanks doing more than 2k, with Aqua Chan doing more than 3k, 3 kills, man of the match for me. Really good job from them. I think. Oh. So the account is owned by 2 people. So it's either his dad or his salty son. Ooh. I don't know. Don't ask me. Hello, Mutsu. Why are people don't just stop asking for keys, okay? type in your password if you want keys. You know, it's obviously a scam. VC Pixels, don't be disappointed though. I will stream GSM, but which day it will be, you will find out really soon. But GSM will be streamed in the end, so don't worry, they will be streamed. DUR, obviously GV much better than DUR, considering GV was the running up of the Blitz Asia Cup, and DUR was a relatively new clan, and they were very inconsistent as well. With DUR on the north side, they're going mostly to A and B, and GV going mostly to A and B as well on the south side. Aquacha, let's follow him for his spotting. No, they've previously beaten some good clans. I think HLV 2-0. Is it them or is it DNT? Yeah, DUR 2-0 against HLV. So obviously they can do some punishment. Oh, DUR Sarah and Chan going for B there. Good shot into you killed by, but is it from him? I think it's from him. Another good shot into you killed by. Oh, DUR has interesting strategy, but Urena might be a little bit too over ambitious there. DUR, most of the forces aren't even there to support Urena. Urena might be there in this position, but GV are not rushing the mouse at all. DUR is having trouble in game B, obviously with the Yakuza looking at that. He can reset Saren Chan. Oh, this time he couldn't, so that means DUR will have the cap lead now. DUR with a hit point pool lead. Also, DUR looking to shut down GV here with double mouse. That is going to be a really tough barrier to break through. I don't know about Huke and Aegis Miki. I think he will want to rotate though. The Urena is getting pushed. Huke is going for Moscow. Will DUR connect with Huke, or will he connect with Urena? I think he will connect with Urena instead. DUR pushing onto the mouses here. I think that is what G wants them to do, but I don't know. Their routes. The routes that DUR have taken are very interesting, to say the least. Urena is down. They have taken a lot of long routes to shut tanks down, but Yukuba is going to go down really soon. Aegis is killed by I Am Your Giant. I Am Your Giant is still healthy. Urena is dead though. They want to shut down I Am Your Giant by GV. Yes, they did. Meanwhile, on the other side, DUR, Huke is going to die really soon, and hit points are now in favor of GV. And Huke is on the, I think was on an Amarak there, but not have peace. 1 vs 2 is going to be GV coming up on top there. Yakuza is now getting B back. That was a bad bounce there. Aegis needs to kill off the Yakuza. Doha is blocking him off, and he does it brilliantly. Yakuza captures B and didn't die, and DUR this time, I think they were very confused in which tanks they should go for. I think this confusion has cost them the game, and GV was able to pick the tanks up one by one, capitalizing on this confusion. And that was a good 80 shell to Moscow, but that would help in my opinion. And now DUR would not have a cap lead as well. They are now down by a lot of hit points, and this game will go to GV surely. Good round for Doha onto Saren Chan. Not have peace is dead. Saren Chan is focusing the mouse. I think another problem for Do is they are focusing the mouse, which gave GV lots of precious time to rotate and regroup. And although I always make fun of GV rushing the mouse, there is a good reason that you don't rush the mouse. Just because it has so many hit points, it has so good armor. It just it's the thing that the enemies want, that the team want the enemies to do, to focus the mouse so that they have enough time to rotate. They really made use of the mouses to do the rotations and isolating the tanks. Really good job by GV this time. 6 tanks to more than 2k, killing all 7 tanks in total. So DUR with 3 tanks to more than 2k. Really good job there. Now we are on New Bay. it's a map that favors a lot of heavy tanks, but GV are going back with a double T22 medium. Professor and Monaco in double T22 Berlin and the Mouse, you killed by in the IS-4. Kramwagen, double Kramwagen by Doha and the Yakuza. DUR going with a double Mouse by Huke. I am your Jaiko. I am your Giant. Hello, good sir. Eagles in the IS-4 on side. Oh! Queen Tuka! You shall start banning. Quintuple IS-4 by Aegis, Hibiki, Not Have Peace, Urina, Aqua Chan, and Siren Chan. Wow, what do they have in mind in DUR? Are they going for any strategy? Interesting. But quintuple IS-4. Unexpected. Totally. Oh my gosh. There we go. 10 more seconds and we'll head into the third game tiebreaker of GV versus DUR. Yeah, DUR doesn't seem to be really bad in the first game. Second game, not quite so. Second game, I think there was some issues with the caller. The caller being very indecisive and I don't know, just in general, maybe they need more than one caller in this situation, and no one steps up to call focus fire, something like that. So DUR, hopefully they will resolve some of these caller issues or calling issues in my opinion. But double T22 going for a quick push on A, getting some spots in. At the same time, DUR committing all of their forces into the city side, ignoring B totally, I think. Are they just going for an Iron Fist there? With 5 IS-4s, the amount of DPM is going to be horrible. GV already lined up to put some shells in to punish the crossing tanks of. Oh, look at those Aqua-chan! Oh, taking more hits there. Oh, DUR. Oh. I don't know the other phrase other than opening the Pandora spots. They opened the can of worms. That's not a good phrase, I must say. Just have to credit Fujin for this phrase because that's a phrase I really like. Now GV going to make a counter push. I think that's a good idea. They're going to cap C. DR are going to cap C. Aegis, Habiki, they need to get their shots in though. Oh, double bounce. GV. Oh, triple shots not getting in. That is a big waste, but that was a good idea nonetheless though. Aegis Hibiki is running for his life. He's going to go down really quickly, and DUR has made a prompt response to shut down Moscow here, but the T22s have come in from behind to shut down the DUR's forces, but a swarm of DUR's tanks are looking for Moscow's head, and he is beheaded by Aqua-chan, and now it's going to be 6 versus 6. The hit point still in favor of GV by a large margin. GV are completely prepared for that push from DUR. You have to give credits to GV for that, for totally reading what is in their minds. And Yukubai is killed. Aqua-chan is killed also. 5 versus 5 versus 4 now for GV. DUR with that mouse. Monaco, don't focus the mouse. I mean, GV is going to focus the mouse again, once again. Don't do that, Monaco. And now, Not Have Peace is going to go down really soon. Professor is going to kill him off, yes. And 5 versus 3, next time they're going for is Urena. No, Siren Chan is killed by Monaco. They've learned their lesson not to focus the mouse. Really good job from GV. And, okay, I jinxed that, sorry. Urena, oh, that was a terrible bounce from Monaco, but, well, the other terrible bounce from Berlin. Oh, so many bounces from GV. Oh, they really need to stop doing that tomorrow. But that was a good kill onto Urena. No, GSM, E7 didn't really go into GSM. Some of them went into Cat as well. So it's like a big split into G7. People go to different ways. But that was a totally dominant performance by GV, even though they only have 5,000 hit points left. But good good idea shutting down tanks from DUR crossing into C. The other good idea is to make a push thereafter onto C. Really good job from GB here. And they have 4 tanks in 2K. That was a lot better than what I saw with HLV, albeit a lot of bounces happening, which they shouldn't be. Which they should reduce the amount of that tomorrow. Otherwise, it will be a bad sign for GB. That will cost them the games. You saw that already cost them some of the games against HLV in particular. But with DUR, we have 3 tanks doing more than 2K only this time. DUR this time not as good as what they were supposed to be in the first game of My Ruins, and GB would be going home in the 3rd place. And let's look at the results of the other side. Okay, now Berlin has contacted me. So we will. With me shortly will be Berlin from GV. We'll ask him some questions about his team and his performance tonight. I will be showing you results on the way. So let's welcome Berlin. I need to find the channel. Where I need to find the server first. I have difficulty doing so. Just wait for me. Stop, says Blitz. Yeah, they did have 7. Yeah. Right. Hello. Hello, Berlin, and also Colorado, who is also here. Congratulations on beating DUR to secure 3rd place in the group stage. How are you feeling about your performance, your team's performance in the previous tournament tonight?
Mình coi dịch em. Em nói là em là phiên dịch đi. So, hi, I'm in charge of being the interpreter here. So, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear Colorado really nicely. Yes.
Okay. Này nó hỏi gì? Thì bên kia chúc mừng anh.
Oh, you want me to repeat?
No. Yes, maybe.
Okay, sure. No problem. So once again, congratulations to GV on securing the 3rd place in the group after beating DUR 2-1. I really wish you your team all the best for tomorrow. So how do you feel about your performance tonight for GV?
Thì một lần nữa chúc mừng anh vì đã giành được hạng 3 trên bảng và đánh bại được những team máu mặt. Thì bây giờ anh có cảm giác gì về trận đấu tối nay? Có một sự tiếc nuối ở cái trận thua thứ 3, cái trận gặp thằng HLV á. Cái trận đấy là thua trận cuối, trận chung kết với HLV ấy, thì thua tiếc nuối quá. So it's a pity that we lost to HLV at the 3rd match of the final stage.
Yes. I mean, some really good performances there, some really good display there, but commiserations there. But I mean, but really wish you guys all the best for tomorrow. So, what will your expectations for GV be for this season?
Thì mặc dù là vấn đề vẫn có xảy ra, nhưng dù sao thì vẫn chúc mừng anh vì đã hoàn thành được cái trận đấu tối hôm nay, và chúc anh may mắn vào trận đấu ngày mai. Và anh có mong chờ gì vào cái mùa giải này không? Cảm ơn trước tiên thì cảm ơn Windows trước. Mục tiêu của team GV ở cái giải này là mục tiêu là sẽ vào tới chung kết. giống như Blitz Cup, và sẽ không phạm phải những cái sai lầm giống như ở Blitz Cup nữa.
So, we'd like to thank you for your statement, and then our goal in this tournament is to be at the final stages as in the Asia Cup, and we will not make any more mistakes, just like the last tournament.
Yeah, I mean, that's really good to hear. I really wish you all the best in the final stage. I mean, we already saw some improvements from tonight's match as well, and that's really good sign for you guys to progress through to the final stages in this winter season. So, what else have you been preparing for this winter season? If you don't mind talking about this as well.
Ok. Thì vừa rồi thì trong mùa giải này thì chúng tôi cũng thấy một vài sự cải thiện rất là tốt đến với các em của GB. Thì nếu anh không phiền thì cho tôi hỏi là anh còn khác trong cái mùa giải này không?
Còn cái gì cơ?
Còn chuẩn bị cái gì khác không?
Ở cái mùa giải này thì team GV vẫn đang sắp xếp lại đội hình. Những cái đội hình mà ở đầu mùa giải này thì nó đang chỉ là thử nghiệm thôi. Còn lại những cái đang chuẩn bị những cái chiến thuật, những nhân sự để cho những vòng cuối, cho những round đấu nó quan trọng hơn.
Okay, currently we are just at the early stages, so we are in the experimental stage, which means that we are repairing the formation, the personnel for the final round. This is just the early experiment.
I see. I really hope the experiments are going to give you some good insight into your team, and hopefully that will give you some even better performance during the final stages. So I wish you all the best, and congratulations once again for advancing to the final stage for tomorrow. So thank you very much for joining this interview, and so I would say goodbye to you all.
Okay, thank you and goodbye.
Bye.
Thì
See you.
một lần nữa tôi chúc mừng vì đã đạt được đến mùa giải này, với lại hy vọng là sau cái đợt này thì anh có thể có một cái nhìn toàn diện vào team hơn, và cũng như là chọn được đội hình tốt nhất, và nói chung là trình diễn tốt nhất trong những cái giải đấu cuối.
Hết chưa?
Hết rồi. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, thank you bro. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's all good. Goodbye to you, and good night.
And goodbye.
Bye.
Yes. Bye bye.
So that was Berlin in the chat and Colorado doing the translation. So really good intel, really good intel into what is going on, and really good interview from both of them. Really enjoyed that, and yeah. So GB said that they are currently in an experimental stage, so they haven't really showed their best in their perspective yet. So they're trying stuff up, different stuff, trying to change something and trying to try something out. So hopefully we'll see even better team, I don't know, in the future. But I actually understand a bit. I actually understand. So I mean, they are from Vietnam, and I mean, I'm not going to say where the accent is strong or not, but I mean that applies to quite a lot of places, not just Vietnam. But I do understand a bit what they're trying to say. But they're currently a little bit experimental, and they are also are hoping for final stage. I mean, they're hoping to get into the top 8 and going into the Winter Season Championship as well and get a good result from that. That is, and they are a little bit disappointed about losing to HLV 1-2 in the semi-finals. So. No, sorry, Gunko playing this. No, we're in Yakuza. I don't want my stream to be spammed by oops, wrecked crying girl. No. Because that won't be nice. So, meanwhile, let's actually look at the results of other teams in this tournament, group stage tournament tonight. So we have Group 1. HLV 2-0 against E4D and GV 2-1 against DUR. Meanwhile, Cats 2-0 against GSM, that is the case. And ID 2-0 against IE. Group 3, we have ENT 2-0 against EA. And Feast 2-0 against Low. Okay. So the semi-finals results, once again, we'll check. E4D against GV. E4D is doing 2-1 against DUR. Meanwhile, Cats against IE is a 2-0 victory for them, and GSM is a 2-1 victory for them against Team ID. Group 3, we have ENT 2-0 against Low, and EA. EA is has won Feast 2-1. Right, so this is these are the results for tonight's tournament. So I hope you enjoyed my commentary tonight, and I hope Fujit is going to come back for tomorrow's games on Asia server. I don't know which team he's going to stream if he's allocated to one, but tonight we have Peter and I streaming the EU server. Every good namesake is going to stream BPS, blah blah blah, and I will stream Serenity SNTY, one of the most anticipated clans on the EU server, but they haven't broken into the top 8 yet, and tonight they won a good performance. I think they yes, so we will see about this. Thank you all for joining the stream. Thank you all for the viewership. I think I at one point get around like 40 viewers. That's like the same as before. But I hope you also enjoyed the interview that I had with GV people. Don't worry, I will interview people from Serenity, so at least you got interview. For some reason, I didn't get to interview anyone from King or Carnage, but anyway. Thank you all for watching, and I will be posting the power rating very soon on my server. So hope you have hope for the people watching on the EU server. Hope you have a nice afternoon, and for people watching on the Asia server, hope you have a nice evening. And we'll see you all tomorrow.